What's up, everyone? Welcome back to this special 20th episode of Draft Day Dynasties. Can you guys believe it? I'm C. Jackson Cowart, the community manager here at Wolverine Studios, and I appreciate you joining us for our weekly streaming series showing off Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2022 and all the latest releases at Wolverine Studios. If you haven't seen any of our previous episodes, you can catch up on all of those on our YouTube channel, or you can catch us live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, as many of you are doing here on the official Wolverine Studios Twitch channel. I'm stoked for this episode. It's conference tournament week at Hawaii. I don't want to spoil it too much here, but we've got a pretty good seeding in the conference tournament. I went ahead and simmed ahead there so we could jump right into the action. So we're going to start out at the beginning of this episode. We'll be running through the highlights of the season before simming the tournament later tonight live. It could be a longer episode. It could be shorter. Kind of depends on how we do in the conference tournament. So we'll see how that goes. But if you are joining us in the chat, please say hello. The chat was popping last time. Craig Willis may have had something to do with that. If you haven't seen that shot, highly recommend watching last week's episode on YouTube or checking out the Wolverine Studios Twitter page. Gary went ahead and tweeted out a video of that ridiculous shot last time. So let's keep that same energy this time around for the chat. Really appreciated you guys hopping in there. One of the more fun episodes that we've had. So as I'm watching here, I'm not sure, you guys might have been on advertisement if you're watching live. So if you're in the chat, say hello. Hopefully we can get another overtime buzzer beater today, or maybe not. I guess hopefully we can get some blowouts if you're rooting for the Hawaii Spartans here. But if you're just rooting for drama, last week's episode was awesome. Hopefully we can get that same energy this time around. So if you're new to the chat, a little bit shy, don't worry. Just say hi. Worst thing that's going to happen is I'll say hi back. And, you know, if you're a regular, Bill Breeze, love you guys coming every single week. Let's try to power this to the end. You're not. Ooh, hey now. To the big dance here, right? Let's try to get Hawaii into the main championship tournament here. Hey, Bill Dozer, how's it going? Hello with the 4 exclamation points. Love that. I'm feeling good about this Hawaii team. I haven't said that in the last 19 episodes. I'm not sure if I've ever uttered those words, but I'm starting to think this team might actually be good. So I think this is going to be a pretty fun episode. Before we start, I know I do this every time, but we're really proud of the video series that we have going, Draft Day Academy. So if you're a fan of what you see here and you haven't already checked out the Draft Day Academy series, I highly recommend it. It's easy for me to say that. I did record the video, so of course I can recommend it. But I really do. If you haven't played these games before and you're just looking for an entry point, something to kind of ease the transition, maybe make these games a little less overwhelming for you, I really think that would be a good entry point into the series. And if you're a veteran and you feel like you know how this game works, that's great. I think you'll learn something from these videos too. I had a lot of fun putting them together. I think they turned out pretty well. So Draft Day Academy on YouTube. Definitely check those out. But let's hop right into the action here. So, as you can see, spoiler alert here, 15-8, 11-3 in conference. That's what I'm talking about. That is a way to close out the regular season. So, if you're joining us later, if you were on advertisement, we have simmed ahead a little bit here. Let me check the schedule to see just how far ahead we have simmed. Okay, so it looks like I thought we had simmed all the way to March, but apparently we'll have a little bit more simming to do. But we are going to sim all the way to the conference tournament. I see it must have stopped us here. So we'll do a little sim here, get to the conference tournament, and then what I want to do is look at our rotation and see if there's anything that we can learn from the impressions of the regular season. So we're in February right now. We're simming ahead. We're going to get all the way to March. I thought I had done this before the stream, so apologize for this nice little stream action going on. But there's Provo getting the 7-point win with Mike Jordan, the dreaded Mike Jordan. But anyway, so we're going to go through our insights here. We're going to look at which lineups have been the most successful for us during the season. Just like that, we got a nice win down here, another big win over San Diego, and see what we can do ahead of the tournament. Last year we did that a little bit. We tried to make some adjustments before the tournament game. Kind of blew up in our face. We did not win that game. I think we might have lost by 20 points or so. And our insights, I don't want to say they were wrong. I don't know. I don't know if we had the source material, so to speak, to get where we needed to be. So I'm feeling better this year, though. Moro Morrissey, as we look down there, we lost, but he was still our leading scorer. Moro Morrissey has been an absolute stud this entire season. He's been regularly putting up 20, 25, 30 points. So I feel pretty decent about our chances in the conference tournament. But we'll see what rank we get. Right now, when we started this stream, we had the number 1 seed in the Great Pacific Conference. I thought I had simmed the entire season. Apparently that was not the case. But I have a feeling that we'll still be in the running for that number 1 seed when we get through the regular season. So that would be huge. That would help avoid the first weekend, maybe even the first 2 weekends. I'm not necessarily an aficionado on how the seeding breaks down for the Great Pacific Conference, but I think we can avoid a couple games there if we can get a high seed. And really, my goal here is I want to get into the big dance. I want to get to the big tourney. I want to be able to prove myself as a coach, prove that this Hawaii team has what it takes to compete with the big boys. We played earlier this season. There we go, another win. Amari Charity, the leading scorer this time. We played earlier this season against some of the best teams in the country. I wouldn't say that it was the most successful run. We played 4 straight ranked teams, if I remember properly, which was quite the test for these young Hawaii Spartans. It didn't exactly pass the flying colors, but there were some real moments of upside there. Against Cincinnati Jesuit, I think we took like a 15-2 lead or something, and it was looking pretty good. There we go. We get another win down there against Cal State Bakersfield, up to 18-9 in the sim. Against Cincinnati Jesuit, we had a big lead early. Everything seemed like it was going our way, and then of course the Jesuits they found their way down low, scoring against our 1-3-1 defense. There was just nothing we could do, and then we played Cal Los Angeles the next game, and we just could not stop turning it over. But we made some lineup adjustments at that point. We moved around some players. We took our starting point guard and we benched him, and we put a shooting guard in his place, and just tried to do some things to tinker with the lineup to see if we could get our best players on the court regardless of position. And that did start the winning streak. I mean, I think we might have lost our first game after that. It was another game against a tough opponent, but we ripped off some real wins by that point. And Craig Willis, who was our starting point guard at that point, he made one of the biggest shots of the season. He made that three-pointer, if you were watching us last week, that ridiculous buzzer beater in overtime as time expired. Three-pointer to win by 3. That was incredible as we win again down here. Mauro Morrissey, leading scorer. I guess that's not a surprise to anyone. But so it seems like Craig Willis, is in a better role coming off the bench, having opportunities to not have to handle the ball too much and turn it over, essentially cost us games, but just come in there in spurts, see if he can score off the bench a bit. So, and it leaves more opportunities for guys like Mauro Morrissey to really run the offense. We do run this Princeton offense that's very center-heavy. Everything runs through the center, and Mauro's been up to the task. Oh, man, look at that. 1-point loss, but Willis, I don't know what, that's got to be Craig, right? That's incredible. Uh-oh. Amari Charity suffered an injury right before the tournament starts. Hopefully that's not an ominous sign, but yeah, so let's see. This is a good point. I mean, we've pretty much simmed almost the entire season. Bill in the chat here says, yeah, if things are going well, I usually just go with my current depth chart late in the season. I know some people shorten the bench for the conference tournament and the postseason. I'm with Bill. I think if things are working, there's no real reason to go against it unless you feel like you can make it work better, right? Unless you see something in the stats that suggests that what you're doing is not the most efficient route. So let's just go ahead and take a look. First, maybe let's take a look at the depth chart, see how serious Amari Charity's injury is. That is really a bummer. Oh, he's got a sore hand. Okay. I mean, he's 91%. I think I'll take 91% of Amari Charity. Or maybe, I really hate to do it, but maybe we swap in Blake Thompson? Let's look at the stats here. We'll get an overview of the stats. We'll look at our individual lineup contributions. And then we'll see what we want to do about the Charity injury right before the tournament. So, as we're looking here, let's go ahead and just sort by minutes. I always find that to be the most helpful, just so you get an idea. But okay, Bernard Gilbert has just been awful this season. That's unbelievable. 4.3 points per game on 25 minutes for somebody who's supposed to be our best scorer. I mean, he has, where's it at? He has a 53 scoring rating. That's highest on the team. 83 shooting. I mean, I was expecting this guy, he takes 77% of his ball actions or shots, and he's shooting mid-range and outside. I mean, it seems like he's playing to his strengths. I don't know what is going on. Let's look at the game log. I mean, he's had some moments, but he is just scoreless run after scoreless run. So that's a little bit concerning, if I do say so myself. And then we look, Amari Charity, he's shooting decent from the floor. He's shooting well from three. Grabbing a few rebounds, some steals, some blocks. Not too many turnovers to be concerned with. I think that Amari Charity, if he's healthy, probably deserves his spot. And then you look Craig Willis. He's shooting really efficiently. The turnovers are still a concern, but I would imagine those are more from earlier in the season. If you look recently, he doesn't have as many minutes. I guess he's still turning it over, but that is something to monitor. And then Russ Hope started a lot of games, not scoring many points, not shooting well. Victor Willis not playing well many minutes, but he is shooting really well from the floor. He's averaging 11 points a game. And then Blake Thompson not doing much in his minutes. He was supposed to be kind of a scorer off the bench, a decent rebounder. Can't say I'm really seeing that here. But all right, let's look at the advanced stats here, see what we can learn. Let's go net rating. I do like to sort. This isn't the end-all be-all, but okay, Craig Willis is really proving his worth in the net rating department. So is Charity and Maura Morrissey, and those are the only guys other than a little bit of Russ Hope, and everybody always needs a little bit of Russ Hope in their life. Those are the only guys that have a positive net rating on the season. Now, early on in the season, I know I was a little bit discrediting of some of these stats because of the small sample size, but we're looking at a 29-game sample. So you're telling me that Craig Willis has that high of a net rating. I'm starting to think that that's something that we should pay attention to. So let's sort by PER here, which is admittedly an imperfect stat, but you got Morrissey and Willis up high. I really wish there was a way to play both these guys, and maybe there is. I just feel like that's kind of asking for trouble with the way that our defense runs. But you got Penn, you got McInnes, and you got Bernard Gilbert. Bernard Gilbert has a negative PER. I've never seen that in my life. I didn't know that PER could be a negative number. Goodness gracious. He's got a 21% usage rate and his PER is negative. Can we cut him? How does this work? Oh my gosh. All right. So look at miscellaneous stats. This is a great way to look at players' defensive impact. So I'm going to sort by drives faced, just so that we can kind of weed out some of the volume issues here. Looks like Craig Willis is playing pretty decent defensively. He's stopping 44% of drives. Gilbert is 2. McInnes is a bit of a liability on defense. Tennell, Hope, they are as well. And then let's look at shots faced and see how guys are doing here. So Charity is doing okay. McInnes, not great. Morrissey's playing really, really well defensively. So is Victor Willis. And then come down to Craig Willis, and he is under that 1 point allowed per shot face, which is kind of a decent barometer there. So I think what I have learned here by sorting this, I think we're going to have to do something about Bernard Gilbert's minutes. So I think before the tournament starts, we really... Oh, and then last thing we should do, let's look at the insights. This is my favorite screen in this game, lineup tracking. This shows every single lineup that you've played, how effective it is, all sorts of stats here. So we're going to sort by this. This is our number one lineup. This is the starting lineup that we've had for most of the season. So right now, it looks like this is just a barely positive lineup that we have going here. PER per 40 is basically dead even. The net rating is basically dead even. But some of these other lineups that we've played more actually have a very, very, very favorable net rating. Look at that. So let's take a look at what the difference is here. Craig Willis is playing in these. We still have... Looks like Maura Morrissey is the starting center in this one, and Willis is the starting center here. But I have reason to believe that Maura Morrissey is not the problem. So this one... Well, I guess these are good lineups compared to this. So really the difference is they both had Craig Willis in it. You come down here, Bernard Gilbert is in these lineups. Craig, it's kind of tough because Willis is in this one, and this is a less effective lineup here. So I'm trying to look for themes that we can learn from these, and I'm not sure that I'm necessarily seeing, any sort of problemed player. If you guys in the chat, if you notice anything here in this lineup screen, maybe any sort of, if you recognize a pattern in terms of players that are in bad lineups or players that are in good ones, let me know. But I'm not sure I'm seeing that just yet. I guess Rick Tennell, I'm not sure if I'm seeing many successful Rick Tennell lineups. Yeah, looks like our worst lineup of the entire season has Rick Tennell at point guard, and everything else is close to status quo. Yeah, I'm nervous about going into this conference tournament with Gilbert in the same role that he's been in. So here's what I think we do. I think we do a little bit of lineup shuffling here. I think we do just a complete swap of Gilbert and Willis's minutes. And then we adjust it a little more from here. So Willis is in here. We want him to be. But then I think we have Gilbert come here and play point guard there. And then I think we have Willis do this. I think we have Gilbert playing it here. I think we get another point guard. Maybe Rick Tennell gets some minutes here. I'm not sure why Rick Tennell is playing the 3. I guess he's somewhat big enough for it, but that seems like a bit of an odd pairing. Let's go ahead and have Rick Tennell playing point guard here. And then we'll bring in Gilbert here. We'll have Russ Hope playing there. I do like that. And try to figure out some way to get Gilbert some minutes, but just not in the traditional way, because what we're doing now is just not working. So let's have Tennell come off the bench here, get him some minutes, and then maybe Craig Willis. No, I'm fine with that. Just trying to figure out ways to kind of sneak some minutes to these guys, because I don't think that we can rely heavily on Bernard Gilbert in this tournament with the way that he's been playing. So we don't want Willis to be at the small forward. We got to find someone who's willing to take that role from him. So we'll do that. And then actually I do want to keep him at point guard. And alright, so this is Kyle Penn. Yeah, maybe we'll have Penn play a little small forward. And then let's get Rick Tennell back to the point guard here. I'm not sure how this happened. Small forward, that's not really optimal use of his skill set. So we'll have him here. And then we'll have him playing point guard here. We'll have him playing point guard here. Have him playing point guard here. So that looks pretty good to me. So what we've done is we've put Willis in the starting lineup. We're keeping McInnes here. I like McInnes. I've really been impressed with the way that McInnes has played this year. We have Russ Hope in the lineup. We could probably steal some minutes away from Russ Hope. Maybe give him to Kyle Penn. Get a little bit of a deeper bench going. And, give Tennell some minutes at the end here. And we still have Gilbert playing 18 minutes. I think that that's fine. I just took one away here, and I'm going to see if I can get him some more minutes in the second half. If I can get him to 20 minutes, I would actually feel pretty good about that. Just trying to steal a minute somewhere from him. But we've got to shuffle things up a bit. I think I'm going to leave Charity here. I know he's hurt. I know that feels a little scary. But he's mainly just he's just perfect for this defensive role at the 4. He's athletic. He can play big, but he can run around as the back end of that 1-3-1. So I think this is going to work. And you know what? Gilbert has played so horribly, I don't need to get him to 20 minutes. I feel pretty good about this lineup. So let's do it. Let's store this lineup right here. I think this is what we're going to go into the conference tournament with. We're giving Craig Willis his job back. Congratulations, Craig. Hawaii legend, Craig Willis. He of the shot. And if you know, you know. I think he's earned it. And I feel good about where everybody else is playing here. I think this is it. I think this is our lineup that we're going to go in Maybe we'll give a couple more minutes back to Russ Hope here. There we go. There we go. All right, store the lineup. I can work on this forever. So let's look at the schedule. Let's see if we learned anything. What's kind of giving us issues here? Who did we beat? Who did we not? So we left off last time. We had that incredible game that we played against the Long Beach State Miners, 86-83 overtime win. We simmed ahead to the next time we played them, and we beat them pretty soundly. Maura Morrissey had 28 points. That was a good win. Since then, couple wins, couple losses, a win and a loss. Ended here with a 3-game winning streak right before we lost to the Cal Riverside Settlers. Don't really know if that is a game that we should have been losing. But let's see where that puts us in the conference tournament. So let's look at the standings here, end of season standings. Okay, perfect. Like I thought, we're still number 1 in the conference standings. That is incredible. 11-1 record at home. You guys know how much I love the Pineapple Court. And a 19-10 record overall. So that is much better than last year, where we had a below 500 record overall and in conference. Honestly, it was a bit embarrassing. I thought about leaving, and no other schools accepted my application. So that was tough. That was certainly tough for you all to see on the live stream. So I think we hop right into it here. I feel good about the lineup. I feel like we learned what we need to know about, what lineups are working, which ones aren't. We're going to stick with what's been working for us, guys. We are number 1 in the conference. We have a little bit of an injury right before, and that could certainly be a subplot. I am nervous about that injury. Very, very nervous. But we're just going to do what we can. So let's go ahead and simulate these last few games, and then we are going to hop into the conference tournament. Bill, my trusted assistant coach, is there anything you see that I'm missing here before we hop into this game? Because I can't afford a loss, guys. My job security is already tenuous at Hawaii. If I lose in the first game of this conference tournament, I'm not sure there's going to be a luau in my honor. I don't see that coming. I think it would be a quick exit for Coach Cowart. So we'll sim another day here, but I think this is. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic. I feel like the big dance has an invitation for us, but I think we have to win this conference tournament. So, okay, this is the first round. We're not in it because we're the top seed. So let's go ahead and sim. Gosh, it feels good to not be in this. Ribbons of Distinction in the chat says it's tournament time. Let's go, baby. I know, tournament time. It's the best time of the year. Conference tournament time's not quite as exciting as the big one, but you got to get through step 1 to get to step 2. Baby steps here. Okay, here we go. We're playing Cal San Diego. Near and dear to my heart. I spent some time in San Diego as a Ute, but not going to hold anything back here against, I don't know what their mascot is. I know what the real life mascot is, but we're going to keep that off the stream. Okay. I'm going to check the inbox. I know it's not sexy to read your emails, but it is sexy to read the scouting report and to win off of that. So, actually, I'm going to check. I haven't checked my emails in a while. Let's see. Top 30 Norton candidates announced. Did our boy Maura Morrissey make it? I don't think he did. Be pretty incredible if he did. No. No respect for Maura Morrissey. Absolutely disrespected. I'm going to let him know before this game that nobody thinks he's worth anything. We'll see if that fires him up. See if that'll get the disruptive force out of him. All right, semifinalists. Yeah, no mention of our boy Morrow. Okay. Players declaring for the draft. Good news. None of our Look at that. Mike Jordan declared for the draft. Mike Jordan is going pro. Sucks for Provo. They get 1 year out of Mike Jordan. Man. Good thing we dodged that bullet, huh? Okay. Cal San Diego scouting report. Bill says, I think the board will be happy with the season already. I hope so. I certainly hope so. Okay, their best player is Jake Phillips. He scores 6.8 points a game. He's their best player. Guys, I think we're going to win this one, if I had to guess. Although, the coaches think we're going to lose. They give the Cal San Diego Sea Kings, man, I wish I had thought of that name for a team, the Sea Kings, they give them a 51% chance to win this game. Okay, they have a lot of freedom outside of their sets, balance attack, motion offense, man-to-man defense. I mean, that sounds like a team that we can beat. So, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I know Amari's hurt, but sorry, Amari. Just don't use your right hand. You're left-handed for this game. You always have been. All right, simulating games, March 7th, 2023. Here we go. Hawaii, Cal, San Diego. Let's do it. Our new starting lineup, too. Craig Willis, so happy to have him back. I mean, I never felt good about sending a Willis brother to the bench with everything that this family has given to the Hawaii program. All right, we're going to do this quick speed here because it's we're already just under halfway through the stream, and I would love to get through the whole tournament if we can. I know I'm kind of jinxing it there. Hopefully this isn't the whole tournament. Also, this double team button over here, I did confirm from the great Gary Gorski, that does work in a zone defense. So my instincts were correct, and all of those double teams we've been throwing in the second half, I think they actually have been working. So, okay, offensive pace, we're going to bump this up a little bit. I trust Morrow to take the right shot if he has it, but we're going to bump this offensive freedom way down because I don't trust him or anybody to play outside of the sets. So, decent pace here, no freedom. That's how I like to run a team. And let's go. All right. They win the jump. This is going to be quick here, like I said. We're going to hopefully try to get through this one because Cal San Diego is not a good basketball team. So I'm hoping that there's really no drama here. But nobody can really get in. There we go. Morrow getting us on the board early, as it should be. Absolutely love Morrow Morrissey. If any of you guys are first-timers here and wondering why is this guy waxing poetic about Morrow Morrissey, is it just because of his name? For one, yes, he has one of the best names in all of college basketball. There's no doubt about that. But no, we plucked him off the out of the transfer portal before the season, and I was a little skeptical to do it because he was a disruptive force, as we learned through the interviews. It's kind of funny to think about that. His interviews just must have been so horrible if we could tell from talking to him for about 5 minutes that he was going to be a disruptive force. But we haven't had any issues during the season. There's been no fights. Nobody's even been complaining. I think last year there were some people that were, complaining about our starting lineup decisions and threatening to mutiny and all that stuff. Look, I don't like to run a basketball program like that. So I was a little bit nervous about bringing in Morrow, especially because my coach is famous for having a low discipline rating and not really keeping anybody accountable. But this has been a very successful season. I guess winning cures all ills, right? There's been really no issues at all to speak of from Morrow or from anybody. The only issue has been defense is trying to stop Morrow. I mean, he scored, I think in that overtime game, he had like 37 points or something. I mean, he was absolutely unreal. So, in this game, he's basically done all the scoring for us already. He's on the bench now, getting a much-needed rest. Victor Willis, the second of the three Willis brothers, is in the game now. If you weren't following us last year, Todd Willis was the great senior. He was the best player on our team last year. His younger brother, Victor, was the starting center on that team. And then Craig Willis, the point guard, is just a lowly sub. He started the year in the starting lineup, but we had to make a change after some losses early on. Craig Willis, I want to say he compiled I don't even know. I feel like he had 40 or 50 turnovers through the first 9 games or something. I mean, it was just, he was running a bakery with so many turnovers out there. So we had to send him to the bench. But Bernard Gilbert was not up to the task. He was supposed to be our best player this year, our top scorer, kind of our prized freshman, sort of like what Amari Charity was the year before, with that high potential rating, somebody we thought we were going to be grooming into a star. But he has been anything but a star. That star is almost all but fizzled. Like you guys saw earlier, he's playing 25 minutes a game, and I think he had 4 points or something, negative PER. I'm going to look up while this game is going. If I did not realize PER could go negative. I got to see what statistical combination would even create that. How can PER be negative? This is about stocks. That's not going to help us with the stream. But anyway, so had to put him on the bench, and I'm curious to see what he looks like as a microwave scorer off the bench, though. Right now, he's got 2 points, 1 of 4 shooting, so probably a good thing that we're not relying on starters production from him. But really, I mean, you take a guy as talented as Bernard Gilbert and you put him on the bench, that's not a bad weapon to have coming in your reserve. So, all right, that was a pretty quick half. We're up 10, pretty low stress. I feel like we're going to win this game. I know I'm probably jinxing it heavily. If you guys believe in jinxes here, you're cringing. But let's see what we have going here. So our starter's playing a pretty good distribution of minutes. Morrow, surprise, surprise, he's already got 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Man, talk about disruptive force. Morrow Morrissey out there stealing people's lunch. 4 of 5 from the field. Our whole team shooting 40%, so it's not the best. We've already turned it over 5 times, but oh my goodness, we have forced 16 turnovers. Almost leapt out of my seat there when I saw that. 16 turnovers forced by the Sea Kings, and they're shooting 43% from the field. So when you're shooting under 50% and you're turning it over 16 times and a half, yeah, that is the Hawaii formula. Anybody giving us issues? Yeah, Phillips. They weren't kidding. Phillips is their best player. He's already got 11 points. I'm hesitant to really shake anything up when it's working, but I think maybe we'll just give Jake Phillips a double team here, see if they can handle it. If they're already turning it over this much, I have a feeling they're not really going to be able to keep up with that. So we'll see, though. If things, there we go. Already another steal by Mora Morris. He takes it on the other end, lays it up. Yeah, if things go awry, I'll cancel that double team call, but I do love to double team the best player on the other team, just because I feel like it just kind of throws him off, forces some turnovers. Uh-oh, look at that, though. It's a 4-point game now because we keep turning it over. But there we go. 2 straight steals leading to fast break buckets. That is the Hawaii way. And Mora Morrissey already up to 16 points. And another steal. Man, we got a Mike Jordan on our own team here with Mora Morrissey. 6 steals already. All he's got to do is make 6 threes, and he's got the full Jordan experience. There we go. 20 points for Mora Morrissey for the 11th time this year. We're up 16. We're cruising now. They hit a 3, but Moro's to the line there. I'm feeling pretty good about this Hawaii team. I don't know about you guys, but I got big dance vibes right now. I'm thinking that this season might be special. I don't want to extend the jinx any further than I already have, but I think there may be some wins coming our way, and they won't just be against conference opponents. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little too ambitious. I don't know. Hard to say, but things are going pretty well so far. We're up 18. We got not a full reserve unit in, but it kind of feels like it. Actually, I think every single player on the court right now is a backup, so I don't know if the coaches are just deciding to bring in the subs or not, but I certainly don't disagree with the decision. Get them some experience. Get them some rest. Get the starters some rest, excuse me. But Bernard Gilbert, man, he is not taking well to this whole coming off the bench thing. 2 of 5 shooting. He's got 6 points. I guess that's more than his season average, right? So maybe he is taking well to it, but we're up 12, 5.5 minutes left. Hopefully we don't jeopardize this thing, but I think we got a pretty good shot here. Ribbons of Distinction says, how many wins to get the conference champion? I think it's 3. I'm just going based on my own knowledge of... I've covered the ACC tournament a few times, and every single time it was always a 5-win tourney, but then if you got a bye week early on, you could cut that down. So I'm just assuming that this Great Pacific Conference, the esteemed Great Pacific Conference, is a 5-game affair, but we'll see. Maybe we only need... So that would be 3 wins because we have the top seed. Maybe we only need 2 wins. I'm not sure. I'll see after this. It'll probably depend, we can just see how many other games are going on, and that should answer it for us. But look at that. Nice, clean win by the Spartans. 64-48 final score. Mora Morrissey with a 25-point performance. 11 of 16 from the floor. 8 rebounds. 6 steals. 3 blocks. My man deserves some recognition for the Player of the Year. I don't care what any of y'all say. This dude is an absolute beast. Every other starter shot worse than 50%, but that's okay because we have Moro and you don't, and that makes us better. Sea Kings ending this game with 27 turnovers. That's really bad. They had more turnovers than made shots. They had more turnovers than made anything because they had 4 free throws and 20 buckets. That's 24 times the ball went in the hoop and 27 times the ball ended up in our hands. Tough way to lose if you're a Cal San Diego fan, but you probably don't care anyway because you got all the beaches, so go enjoy your sunshine. We will enjoy the rest of this conference tournament. All right, so that's 1 win in the books for Hawaii. That's 1 more win than we had last year in the conference tournament. So that's exciting at the very least. And charity injury hasn't come back to bite us yet. So, okay. Here we go. Game 2. So it looks like that is the answer to my question. There's only 4 teams left. So if we win this game, there's going to be 1 game left. That would be the final. So let's check the scouting report. Cal slow. Cal San Luis Obispo. For those of you who are particular. Let's see what our assistant coach has to say about that. The assistant coach predicted us to lose that last game, and I'm not forgetting that. Okay, he's predicting that we're going to win this one. Says that Ty Sears is their best player. Looks like he's averaging 11 a game, 7 rebounds. Again, he's not their leading scorer, but I'm going to keep an eye on that. Ty Sears. Normal paced offense. Good amount of offensive freedom. Love to see that. They run the shuffle offense. You don't see that every day. And they've only played 1 ranked team, and they lost by 35 points. So, okay. I think we got a shot here, too. Feeling pretty good about this game. Maybe it's confidence. Maybe it's cockiness. Maybe I'm just really proud of my guys. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of mirth. Is that the word? Did I use that properly? Feeling a lot of mirth for the Hawaii Spartans. So, here we go. Hawaii. Cal slow. Let's get it. Okay, same starting lineup here. Craig Willis, congratulations. You remain a starter. You are doing the Willis family name proud. And let's just kick this off. Not going to double anybody, but I'm going to keep an eye on Ty Sears, especially because his matchup is Amari Charity, the injured Amari Charity. But look at that. Amari Charity starts the scoring with a 3-pointer. Brian McKinnis hits a 20-foot jump shot. 20-point jump shot would be a really good way to start this game. But, wow, this is an up-and-down pace. Already 7-5, 2 minutes in. A lot quicker than that last game. And Russ Hope makes it 4 players who have already scored for Hawaii, including Moro Morrissey with 1 made bucket. But look at this. We're really spreading it around here. So we have 6 shot attempts from 4 different players. And basically for the first time ever, Moro Morrissey is not our leading scorer at any point in the game. Usually he starts the scoring, ends the scoring, and does all of the scoring in the middle too, but hasn't been the case in this game. Cal Slow already up to 4 turnovers, but they're shooting better than 50%, and we are shooting a lot better than 50%. How about 80% from the field? Love to see that. Bill Dozer says avoid fouling them. Cal Slow is 80% on free throws as a team. Thank you. I didn't even notice that. That is a really good indication. Okay, so maybe if things are getting tight, we might have to turn down the defensive intensity, right? Especially if it's late in the game. That's a good call. We don't want to put them at the line. Keep an eye on that. Hopefully they just turn it over enough themselves that we don't have to worry about it. Looks like that's how it's starting, but then we turn it over too. Turnover battle is 7-7 right now. I'm okay with that. I'll play that game. I'll be tied in turnovers. I got to force a lot of turnovers because I don't trust my defense, but I do trust my offense to score when they have the opportunity. So I'm okay trading turnovers here, but we can't lose that battle. Right now we're losing it. It's only a 3-point game now as a result. We were up by almost double digits there for a minute. But this is going to be a tight game. And Moro Morrissey, is this the game where we finally see a bit of a Moro regression? All right, he's out now. Victor Willis, the middle Willis, if you will, comes in. But Moro's back in the game. Gosh, our centers are gassed. I'm worried that it might be George Ivory time soon, and you guys know how I feel about George Ivory. I can't. If George Ivory enters the game, okay, good. Blake Thompson entered there for a minute, so at least coaches know that Ivory is not the preferred option. We are really shuffling guys in and out of this rotation. I like that though. When we're running a 1-3-1 zone with high intensity, you got to have guys coming in and out of that lineup. And we've maintained the lead pretty much ever since. I think, what was it? Did they have the lead at any point early on? Or I think maybe we got the lead and we haven't relinquished it at all. I think it's been wire to wire to this point. But it's been close. Still a 4-point game. Hopefully we can keep the lead going into halftime. Our guys can get a breath again. And Moro can go to work. Been keeping this favor inside up here, if you guys have noticed. Early in the season it was favor outside. But with how Moro has been playing, I've just been so impressed by that. Him and Victor Willis. That I have that favor inside. I hesitate to go heavy favor inside because I do want us to have an inside-outside approach. I feel like we have enough good 3-point shooters that we should keep them honest there, but we'll see. If this gets tight, I might have to go heavy inside if we just need a bucket. Okay, so look at this is certainly a change of pace. We have 4 guys, with 7 or more points at halftime. Moro Morrissey doesn't have double digits at halftime for the first time in decades. But he is 4-6 from the field. Just 1 rebound, though. Looks like there haven't been many rebounds to go around. Both teams are shooting better than 50%. Turning it over a lot, too. Double-digit turnovers on both sides. And Noyola is the guy that we need to be concerned about, I guess. Sears is 8 points on 4-6 shooting. Noyola, 12 points. Hit a couple threes there. Let's keep an eye on that. Going to keep the same pace here because I am feeling like we're going to get to a championship game, and I would love to stream it in this episode. All right. Moro Morrissey dunks it there. They hit a three-pointer to answer. Oh, Moro got the offensive rebound, but we threw it away. There we go. Got our own steal. Took it the other way. Nice offensive rebound by Charity. Charity's got 11 points on 4-4 shooting. I think that hand is doing just fine. Don't think that's going to be a concern here. And he should be healthy enough for the big dance, should we be lucky enough to reach it. All right, Russ Hope's got 10 points. I'm really pleased with the way that Russ Hope is playing right now. He's got 3 steals. It seems like every single time we do one of these episodes, Russ Hope ends up with 2 or 3 steals in that game. So he's playing well defensively, but the fact that he's got 10 points already on 50% shooting is really encouraging. Because I would say he's kind of the weak link of this lineup. I mean, Craig Willis is the obvious answer there. But, you know, Craig Willis does provide something that's kind of a much-needed, you know, we need a facilitator and, you know, hasn't really been working with Gilbert. But Russ Hope is just sort of the 5th guy, you know, just the 5th most talented guy that we could play out there. He's just sort of a, you know, sometimes your 3, your small forward is the engine that makes everything go, and sometimes he's just the elbow grease, if you will. And that's been Russ Hope's role, for this team. But I'm hoping to get a little bit more out of him because he is a good shooter. He's a good defender, as we've seen. So definitely encouraged by what we're seeing here. Ribbons of Distinction in the chat says they had 2 scoreless starters at the half. Yeah, that can happen when you're going against a 1-3-1 defense and you're not able to kind of do what you want offensively, not able to get the ball where you want, have kind of a continuity of offense. So it seems like that's working for us. And now they're shooting worse than 50% from the field. They've already got 21 turnovers. Man, they're not even getting to the line. Like Bill mentioned, they're good free throw shooters, but they're only 5 of 6. They've only gotten there 6 times. Meanwhile, we've gotten there 14 times. That's a huge reason why we're up by 12 right now with just 5.5 left in the game. Oh, man, it's George Ivory time. That could be a 12-point swing in a hurry when you put George Ivory in the game. Aaron Wright, too? It seems like our coaches maybe think that this game is over. It's certainly not. Slow this thing down. I'm getting a little scared. George Ivory just missed a shot. Oh, no, they hit a 3. Guys, it's a 4-point game. All right, Moro's back in the game. Oh, no, we missed a bucket right at the rim. Okay, but we got the ball back. McKinnis makes a huge shot to put us up 6. All right, slow this down, guys. Let's really slow this down. I don't want to get too slow. There we go. Moro with the layup. Give us a 6-point cushion. As long as we don't allow a 3, I'm feeling okay. There we go. They turn it over. Their 23rd turnover of the game. And if we can get a bucket here, I think it'll ice it. Oh, Craig Willis with a 3. Where have you heard that before? Man, Noyola hits a 3 as well, but we're up 6 here with 30 seconds. They got to start fouling. They miss the shot. We get the rebounds. More fouls probably to come. Oh, they don't even foul. They just let Moro go right inside. Moro's eating, guys. 19 points, and that's a 10-point win. Ribbons of Distinction says slow it down, but not Cal slow. Yeah, we slowed it just to the perfect pace to knock out Cal slow there. Cal San Luis Obispo. Again, go enjoy your beaches, guys. We got tourney business to take care of. So Noyola finishing as their high scorer with 22 points, but 23 turnovers did them in. Our defense finally working late in the year, and it makes sense, right? All of our guys have had time to learn the 1-3-1, and we're finally seeing the fruits of that labor. So 4 double-digit scorers for the first time that I can remember. And we did turn it over 20 times, but we shot 50% from the field. Hit a few threes, decent from the line. I feel good about it, guys. I feel good about it. I think this could be special. All right. 1 game left. Like I said, this episode might go a little longer than normal, but I don't think anybody minds. Okay, Cal Santa Barbara. Let's check the scouting report, and then I'd like to look at the box score for the last 2 times we played them, just to see if there's anything we can learn from that. Okay, they run a fast-paced offense, good amount of offensive freedom. I think you guys know I like the sound of that. They sport an outside attack with their primary set being the shuffle offense. Bit of an interesting combo there. Their best player is Lawrence Mack. Return of the Mack here. He's a senior, 6'7", 192, so he's kind of a small guy. He's scoring 10 points a game. Not terribly worried about that, but that's okay. If we have to double somebody, I love to double the power forward. That's a spot that I think we can cause some real mayhem. And they press on occasion, man-to-man defense. All right, yada, yada, yada. Cal Santa Barbara Cowboys. Let's see. How did the games go the last time we played them? Cal Santa Barbara Cowboys, we won by 19. And then we played them again later in the year, and we lost by 20. Okay. Yeah, my cat had a little trill to that. She was upset about that 20-point loss. What happened here? Okay, so Morrow did his thing in that game. 8-13. Looks like we turned it over a lot. Looks like they did too. We just couldn't get our offense going. Okay, I feel better about our offense now that we've benched Bernard Gilbert. He of the 1 of 5 shooting in that game. So, all right. Well, I think we just got to kind of play our game, right? Just do what we do best. So, let's do it. Man, conference tournament final. I will be honest with you guys. I didn't think we were going to get here. At the beginning of this season, I wasn't sure this was in the cards. But look at that. They have a better record than us. All right, Hawaii, Cal Santa Barbara. Let's do it. All right, set the pace. A little faster here. They want to play up pace. We can play that game, but no offensive freedom. I got to change these in the default settings, but for now, I'll just do it every game. And remember, Lawrence Mack is their best player, but I don't know how much I trust that. So, all right, we'll go 8 speed here. Actually, maybe we'll do a little faster there. I'd like to get to the second half on this one. But because this game is going faster, I'm going to rely on you guys a bit. Let me know if you notice anything in this game that I should be keeping an eye on that I might not be, in terms of maybe one of their players, having a high scoring total. Maybe we need to double them. Maybe you notice somebody on our side that you think we need to change something with. Should we go favor inside, outside? Anything that you think maybe needs changing in this game, let me know, because I really want to win this game. I think this game might be the difference between making the big dance or not, because it's an automatic bid, and I'm not sure that we're going to get in that large. So, oh, I like that. Ribbons of Distinction said, do it Momo. I've never thought about calling Morrow Morrissey Momo. That feels like that was right in front of me, and I just missed it. I love that. Let's go, Momo. Come on, let's do it. All right, he's out of the game, though. We've already got Victor Willis in there, and it's only 6 minutes into the game. I'm a little concerned about that. I don't know if he got hurt or why we're not playing Morrow Morrissey right now in a crucial game. All right, Charity's picking up the slack, though. He's already got 4 points and 4 rebounds. Oh, but this is way too much Victor Willis time. I don't know why he's in the game. He's tired. He's not playing well. He's 0 for 2. If they bring in George Ivory, I'm going to know that something is awry. Oh, guys, we already have 7 turnovers here. We're not shooting it well. This is not a hot start. What is going on with Victor Willis? All right, we hit a 3. Victor Willis makes the shot. He drives in. He's exhausted. There we go. Drives again. Slam dunk. I guess can't take him out now. He's playing pretty well, but... Oh, shoot. George Ivory's in the game. What is wrong with Morrow Morrissey? What's going on? Why would that happen? What is going on? Yeah, I'm trying to sub him in. I don't know why. There we go. Nope. Yeah, select a player from the table. Click the photo of the player you want to replace. Get him out of there. Get George Ivory out of the go, because it can only be made of the dead ball. All right, let's call timeout. Let's put our guy in. Don't know what's going on here. He should not be in the game. And I can't seem to... Bill, you want to help me here? Why can't I get him? Oh, 2 fouls. I see. Bill Dozer's letting me know there. I don't care, though. Come on. I got to motivate the team. I got to motivate the entire team. I want to praise him. Come on, guys. Oh, they're not responding. This isn't good. Okay. I'll just let them do their thing, but this is really concerning me. All right. Well, already it's a tied game. I don't know how that happened, but the George Ivory effect. I guess we're fine. There we go. Bring Blake Thompson in. I'm okay with Blake Thompson being in the game. I just can't handle any George Ivory. I'm telling you guys, I really think I should just cut him. He's so bad. I just don't even want to give the coaches the option. There we go. Mauro Morrissey's back in the game. I know he's got 2 fouls, but I really don't care. I'd like to just tell him to stop fouling, but... All right, Mauro misses a shot. Oh, he's just not on his game. He's 1 of 3. Come on, Mauro. We need you. All right, there we go. Gets fouled. Gets to the line. This is a tense game. Oh, Mauro getting in foul trouble is absolutely the worst possible thing that could happen for us. But it doesn't... I mean, they are fouling the heck out of him. They are worried about him. It's like a Hackamoro right now. There we go. Slam dunk. Slam dunk by Mauro. He's up to 7 points. I think he's our leading scorer. Oh, good foul. Good hard foul on that fast break. Stops an easy bucket. Still a 2-point game. If we can stop them here. Oh, they hit a 3-pointer. All right, we make a shot to stop the bleeding here, but I think we're going to go into halftime down. Yeah, we definitely are going to go into halftime down. Hopefully down by just 4. Oh, down by 1. Russ Hope, 3-pointer at the buzzer. He's got 7 points. Okay, all right, guys. This is what I like to call a sweaty one. Mauro Morrissey, 2 of 4 right now. 2 fouls, 7 points. He's looks like Victor Willis actually is our leading scorer with 8 points off the bench, so not upset about that. George Ivory played 1 minute, and what an interesting minute that was. But our subs came in and were absolutely clutch. So we're shooting better than them by a wide margin, but we've turned it over 10 times. They've turned it over 6 times, and we've missed a lot of free throws. So this feels like a game that we're playing better, but that doesn't mean we're going to win. Okay. Mauro's in the game. It looks like Giles already has 12 points. I think it's a little too early to double him, though. Yeah, Giles just threw it away, so that's good. But, oh, another turnover by Giles. Interesting. So now we're up again. If we can cause a little mayhem here, especially if Giles has Butterfingers. Giles just missed another shot. I'm not going to double him. I'm going to let him do his thing. Looks like Giles is single-handedly losing this game for Cal Santa Barbara. Oh, man, this is so tense. We're up 5. Russ Hope with a 3. Gives us a little cushion. They respond, but we answer right back on a Mauro Morrissey layup. Mauro's heating up, guys. Mauro knows this is his game to lose. Look at that. Mauro Morrissey with the steal. First steal of the game for Mauro. Oh, we give it right back, though. Turnovers are going to end up being the story of this one way or the other. Oh, look at that. Brian McInnes makes a 3. He's got 10 points. The surprise scorer this season. Did not think that we would get that from him, but he's been one of our reliables. And Ribbons of Distinction says, hope is reigning. It absolutely is. Hope abound. And we're up by 17 now. How did that happen? How in the world did we build that big of a lead? I guess just on the back of our 3-pointers and Mauro Morrissey just cooking inside. And they can't get anything going. They are shooting 40% from the field. 12 turnovers. They can't stop us. We're up 15. Can you smell the tourney? Oh, I don't want to jinx it, but this is feeling good. But all right, it's a 12-point game. Can't get complacent here. Now it's a 10-point game. There's 8 minutes left. There is plenty of time for them to come back. Kyle Penn stops the bleeding there. Gets a bucket. We're up 12 now. And our defense has been phenomenal in this second half. Really, as has our offense. Our entire team has stepped up. Even with Mauro not having his best game. I am so encouraged by this. And look at that. Bernard Gilbert, the forgotten man, hits a three-pointer to put us up 14. They respond, but this is looking good. Gilbert, double digits. McInnes, double digits. Hope, double digits. Morrissey, double digits. Willis, double digits. Not Craig. Don't get crazy there. Man, what a team effort from the Spartans. 12-point lead. 3 minutes left. Morrow makes a free throw. They have fouled Morrow time and time and time again. We've got to the line 22 times this game. We've missed 9 of them, but we're still up 11, so I can live with it. And looks like just a little bit of window dressing here. 11-point game. Hopefully this doesn't get scary. Yeah, 13-point game. Less than a minute left. This would be an all-time comeback, and I don't think we're going to see it. Morrissey hits 20 points for the 12th time this year. And just like that, the Hawaii Spartans are your great Pacific champions. Look at that. Can't believe it. Led by our two bigs, Morrissey and Victor Willis. They've been the stars of the season. Both shot 7 of 10 in this game. Morrissey got to the line 11 times, hit 6 of them. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals for Morrow in an incredible 21-minute performance. 20 points in 21 minutes with the foul trouble. Absolutely phenomenal. Victor Willis off the bench was clutch. Bernard Gilbert, 10 points off the bench. Bill Dozier makes the point. Gilbert to the bench was good. He's made a few shots since his benching. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but Gilbert looks like he was made for this bench role. I wonder if just freshman jitters. Maybe it was a little bit too big for him being in the starting lineup, but look at that, guys. We outscored him by 11 points in the second half to win the conference championship. How sweet does it feel? Unbelievable. All right, so let's hop out of this one. Oh, man. I would love to see where we're going to be in the tournament, but I kind of feel like that's a pretty good place to cut it off. Do a little tease for next week. We got the big dance coming. We have secured our spot in the tournament, won our conference, and it's going to be tournament time next week, guys, and it is not the little tournament. It is the big dance next week. I don't know what the official tournament is called. I'm just going to keep calling it the big dance, but that's what our next episode is going to be. So I think we'll wrap it up here. This is awesome. I am so stoked. Hawaii is on the map, guys. We are revitalizing the Hawaii program. I know, Ribbons of Distinction. What? No Selection Sunday? There will be a Selection Sunday, but I think we'll do that next week. We'll do Selection Sunday next week. We'll figure out who our opponent is. We'll do a little game planning on the episode. Try to do everything we can to get that first round win and see how far we can go in the tournament. But yeah, let's wrap it up for this one. Just under the hour mark. That's how long they normally are anyway, so I think that is a perfect place to stop. A few things before we go. As always, if you're not already subscribed to the Twitch channel, please consider giving us your subscription. If you link your account with Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription every single month. So please use it on us, guys. It helps us out. Helps us out financially to keep things like this going. Helps out the developers. Helps out me. So definitely, if you're feeling generous, or just if you're feeling a little advantageous with your Amazon Prime account, consider subscribing to us. If you do, and you send a screenshot that you are subbed, I may even put a little money towards a flight towards Hawaii. I don't know. I'm getting a little reckless, guys. Feeling a little excited about this Hawaii basketball team. So that's one thing. Second thing, don't forget to post your teams and careers with hashtag Franchise Friday tomorrow on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Discord, Slack, and the original forums on WolverineStudios.com. Love to see what's going on in your careers. Bill, I know you've had an awesome Sonics Dynasty going on. Love to see more about that. Ribbons of Distinction, if you got anything going in your careers, would love to see that as well. So post on all those mediums. And if you have any ideas for videos that you'd like to see, or any questions, or want to chat about Wolverine Studios, or if you guys want to celebrate with me for this incredible Hawaii Conference Championship, you know where to find me on Twitch and Twitter at CJacksonCowart, on the Discord server, or anywhere on the Wolverine Studios forums. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.